We have it on good authority that Ojus Okalo went to Mina, and a plan was perfected and concluded to convert all the traditional rulers in Biafra land to sign up to Fulani Janjaweedism and Islamization. And Ojus Okalo single-handedly volunteered himself to lead that very charge to try to diminish Biafra and to do all he can within his powers to make sure that Biafra will not come in our time. This decision was reached in Mina, at the home of Babangida. Also in attendance was Abdul Salami Abubakar. I am sure that some of you may have read about this very meeting extensively, but there were some things that transpired in that very meeting which was not made public. And this evening we are making it public in the finest traditions of this very platform, of this very Radio Biafra, because we are under a divine oath to speak the truth always, regardless of the consequences, regardless of who gets upset, regardless of what the enemies might do or say here. The truth must be preached and spoken, and this night will not be an exception. A lot of people do not know who we are. I'm sure that they will be shocked as to how we managed to discover the details of this very meeting that they had in Mina, to try to stop IPOB, to try to blunt our charge and our march towards our freedom, which they now recognize is relentless. They have decided that the best way to go is through the so-called traditional rulers and also some, should I say PG, President Generals of some communities in our land. They will give them money and they will sign a document for them. That document will read that they are signing up to defend one Nigeria along with their communities. This is what is happening now. That is also the reason why the two corrupt individuals that I mentioned in Owaza, in Upper West local government area of Abia State, where they were harboring terrorists in our forests. The army visited them a few days ago. The Zoo army, the Fulani army, went to go and see them, to encourage them and to tell them that they will do all they can to defend their so-called communities, and also their youths that they have now recruited to go and defend the Fulanis or the remnants of them in harboring themselves, or should I say hiding in the bushes of those communities. This is to let Ojus Okalo know that we understand all that transpired at Babangida's residence in Mina, and the efforts to corrupt our traditional rulers, to bring shame and dishonor to our people, that you know very, very well we are going to resist. We are going to resist. It wasn't my intention to touch upon this very subject this evening, but I have chosen to do so in order not only to put the record straight, but to put this very matter to bed. I understand, I don't know what may be the motivation that the chief whip of the Senate, Dr. Ojus Okalo, has said that if given the chance to speak with me as the leader of IPOB all over the world, indigenous people of Biafra, that the idea of Biafra will be dropped. This is not only an insult to myself, it is an insult to the memory of my parents, and also an insult to the over 5 million people that have died in the quest to restore Biafra. And this insult will not be taken lightly. We have not asked, nor have we sent anybody to go and discuss nor negotiate on our behalf. We are not interested in negotiating with anybody. The only negotiation I will allow myself to be privy to or attend will be the negotiations to determine the boundaries of Biafra, and of course to sign the instruments of statehood. Apart from that, I have not sent anybody. I will not be sending anybody. We remain determined and resolute in our pursuit of what is right before God in heaven and man on this very earth, which is the restoration of Biafra. Some people think we are joking. Other people, of course, they've been thinking that since 2012. how mistaken they are. They have sent their saboteurs. They have tried to infiltrate us. Some of them have actually made it to, should I say, reasonable positions within IPOB. But the same God Almighty in heaven that guard this very movement from time to time reveal the true intentions of these charlatans. And as we identify them, we weed them away. They only have one fallback, which is a couple of fake Facebook accounts, which Facebook themselves are promoting, but they cannot succeed. They have not succeeded before. Now is not the time for them to start. Therefore, we are making it very clear. And allow me to reiterate this very evening that I have not mandated anybody to speak on my behalf, and I will not be saying nor speaking to Ojo Zokalo, not now, not tomorrow, not ever. I want to make that abundantly clear, that the world may understand where we stand on these very issues. Anybody coming to me from the zoo, as soon as you open your mouth to say, will you consider dropping this very agitation, I can assure you, what happened to a Kuremadu will be a child's play. Your corpse will be carried away from wherever you come to meet me. That I can assure you. That I can assure you. Any idiot seeking relevance, any drunken fool who wants his or her name to be associated with IPOB or myself, and you think that the best way to do it is to insult the memory of those that have died in this very movement, then not only are you mistaken, you are hallucinating and you are insane. Certifiably insane, that is who you are. Fulani Caliphate will not be built in Biafra land. Even the one that Ojo Zokalo gave them in Loa Upu, that too will disappear. We don't want them anywhere occupying any piece of territory in our land illegally. It will not happen. Hausa people may have been foolish and allowed them to be overrun. Yoruba may have given them a part of a Ilorin, or should I say 10 local government areas in Kwara State. That nonsense cannot obtain in Biafra land. No inch of Biafra land will be considered, as you say, to Fulani Janjaweed. We are making it abundantly clear so that the world will understand us. This is the, should I say, the era of saboteurs. And we must all be very, very vigilant and extremely careful as to how we approach individuals and issues going forward. A lot of our people, either through ignorance, wickedness, or sheer stupidity, are part of this conspiracy for the Fulanis to overwhelm us, plant Islam forcibly in our land, and change our way of life forever and ever, as they did to Hausa people, to Nupe people, to Gwari people, as they did to parts of Yoruba land. They also do what they also want to do to us. But we are not going to allow that to happen, not now, not tomorrow, not ever.